Welcome back to Rev Matches and another video. Today we're going to give you what you've probably not been waiting for, but we have launch control in Hyundai's i20n. Now, before we get started, guys, if you like these videos, if you watch them, would you consider subscribing to us, because that would help us out a bunch. And today, now, I'm going to give you something special. Now, if you like your neighbours, do this at a respectable time of day. We're going to give you a cold start. So we're just going to get the car warmed up first. The car has plenty of miles on it, so it's fine to do launch control. We've got all the parameters that we need. We're just going to get the engine warmed up, the oil warmed up. You don't want to launch a cold car. So we've been really pleased with the support we've had so far. So if you've got any questions that you want us to answer about the car, or future videos, or suggestions to videos that we could do in the future with this car, then please put them down in the comments box. Bounce off the rev limiter there, guys. Let you know when it's time to change. Should be on it a bit more than that though. So guys, Hyundai has fitted the i20n with a specific feature in the launch control app where you can set the launch control parameters. So if you want it on 4,000 RPM, which is what they recommend, you can also put it upwards or downwards to your taste. So we're going to leave it on the 4,000 for today because that's what they recommend. Okay guys, we've got a nice straight little bit of road here. We're going to do launch control. We're in launch now, we're going to let it go. Tyres are skipping a little bit initially on that bite. 60. Okay, another time for launch, guys. 60. Right, we've got a nice little stretch here, guys. We're going to try it again. Launch control active, 4,000 RPM. We'll let it go. Okay, wheels are skipping a little bit, things are flying. That's okay. 6,000, 7,000 RPM through the gears. 60. So the wheels are spinning up there, guys, as you could hear it. But it hits that rev limiter and it's like bum, 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 bouncing along the rev limiter. Sounds fantastic, I think, in my opinion. As we've seen there with the launch control, it's great launch control, but it's a little bit finicky. So to get the car to do launch control, there's a few parameters that need to be met. The car needs to be in N mode, the car needs to be warmed up. The car also needs to be, the traction control needs to be fully turned off. And then you need to come to a stop, activate the launch control through a button, which I'll show you in a second. Then you need to transition from the brake onto the clutch, into gear, and then quickly onto the accelerator. And at that point the car will hit the rev limiter, say launch control active. You'll get all the sounds out the back, which I like particularly, and then you're going to get that launch control. Now I'll show you the parameters on the screen here. Now if we go into N mode, and this is going to bring up your parameters here, and so here we go, here's the launch control section, and we'd hit activate, and then small time elapses. Okay, launch control conditions aren't met at the moment, so like I said, it is a little bit finicky, so I'll go back to that in a second to show you the performance. Right, okay, so here's that launch control setting where you can customize the actual launch. All right, so we can go we can go right down all the way to 3000 RPM. So if it, you know, give you a little bit different idea of what you can go up to here. Okay, and you can go all the way up to 5000 now. Like I said in the video, Hyundai recommend that you use the 4000 RPM. So guys, I've tried to set up the launch control in the setting on my drive just to show you the parameters of it. Now, when I was going in there, it was saying launch conditions not met. Now, I believe the reason it won't let me put it into launch control is because I'm facing my garage. It's got sensors in it and it knows that it's not appropriate to launch the car in these conditions, which is good. So like I said, it's quite finicky, but when you get it to hook up, it's fantastic. So we've seen there with the launch control, the car's trying to put the 200 horsepower down through the front, and it's getting quite a bit of wheel hop there, and the tyres are squealing and it's braking traction. That's just the way these cars work. You know, the front wheel drive, there's a fair bit of power going through the front wheels and it just can't put it down, although it is great fun. It sounds fantastic. I think it sounds brilliant. And these Hyundais, I don't know what Hyundai have done or how they've got away with it, but these cars are significantly louder than other performance cars at the moment. I previously had an A45S, the current gen model, and that car didn't sound anywhere near as good as this car, and that was over twice as much as this car. So if you're enjoying the sound that cars make these days, this could be the right car for you. You know, it's affordable, as we spoke about before. Yeah, it is 25 grand, but for a performance car in this day and age, that's not a bad price. So if you're interested in these guys, I would recommend highly picking one up. Now, I think we're going to leave it at that today. So like I said before, if you could subscribe, that would help us out a ton, and we'll see you on the next video.